Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are here for round number 10 of my MotoGP 19 mod career mode today for the Czech Republic Grand Prix at Brno. If you guys missed round 9 for the German Grand Prix, then check out the episode guys by clicking on the card in the top right hand corner of the screen before I give you guys any spoilers. So do check out the episode guys, it was a very interesting race, and the Sachsenring, one of my favourites on the calendar. But today we arrive here at Brno, and as you can see on the right hand side of the screen, we are currently second in the championship on 162 points, and I think 5 points behind Dobby, chasing him down as much as we can in the championship. We're going to see how things go here arriving at this circuit. It's a very long lap, a lot of opportunities to make mistakes and also get a good lap hooked up, and I'm looking forward to it because we are on a bit of momentum now. The last 2 races we got on pole and we converted the pole into race wins, so we are currently on fire, you could say, in the championship, and things are looking very good going into the second half of the season, as this race kind of marks a halfway point, as it is now round number 10 out of 19. But with that being said, we're going to jump into practice as always here at Brno, and we're going to first of all take care of the practice programs, and then we're going to get on to some dry weather running and try and set a lap that's good enough for a Q2 spot in qualifying. So with that being said, we're going to jump into practice and get those R&D programs out of the way. Let's do this. Okay, so currently through FP1 we have now completed the R&D program, so that is done. As you can see now with the test results, we've scored a full maximum score. Now, seeing as it is a dry session as always, we're going to take full advantage, and we're going to continue on in this session, try and see if we can improve, because obviously we want to try and see if we can get into Q2. Currently, as things stand, the AI seem to have a little bit of pace around here, because looking at the lap times, we are currently P4, and Viñales, Marquez and Crutchlow are all faster than me, and my lap was actually pretty good already, to be honest with you. So, I reckon I can get into a low 50 maybe. I'm not really sure about a higher 49, I'll have to see, but this isn't my best track, so it could be a tricky one, but I'm going to see if I can try and get to the low 50, and that should be enough for Q2, in my opinion. But let's jump onto the track again, and let's see if we can try and improve. Right then, at the final corner, pretty decent lap. Will it be a low 50? Yes it will, a 50.4. Not as low as I'd like. We threw a little bit of tump way in T4, but you know what, I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to say that's enough for Q2. If not, then we might have to tackle Q1 for the first time this season, but I think that should be okay in my opinion. Okay, so it was enough and we are into Q2, luckily enough for us. I think it's going to be a challenge, this one, to get pole position. I'll see if the AI can match their practice time, which tends to be a struggle. It's a struggle for me as well, but I reckon if you can get anywhere near 149, that's going to be pole position, or a very low 150. I haven't got much more pace in the tank compared to the 150.4, I really don't, so it's going to be a very close quali, I think, if the AI really show their true pace. Let's jump into it. That's not going to help me out. Had to completely miss my apex of turn 1 there, just to let Jean-Mir take the racetrack, so that's going to probably cost me a couple of tenths on my opening attempt. Right then, at the final corner, for my first banker. As you saw, we lost a little bit of time, but we are going to set a 50.7. That's a pretty strong lap considering our poor turn 1. want to try and improve again here. I reckon a 50.2 maybe, something like that is probably the maximum I can do. Maybe a 0.1. So let's try and work towards that and try and see if I can get that very low 1 minute 50. Ooh, that's a bit wide. Very scruffy end to the lap, to be honest. The last couple of corners, not the best. I doubt if I'm even going to improve, to be honest, because my sector 4 was actually my strongest sector on the last lap, I think, over the line, and we do not improve. So I'm going to go for one more hit. I didn't really find that much time in sector 1 anyway, so I don't think, I mean, maybe a 0.5. I'm after, you know, lower my expectation a bit, maybe settle for a 0.5, to be honest. Rossi goes fastest, so look at that, just as I say that. The Doctor with a 0.7, we need to improve. There we go, it's a better first sector, 2/10 up. Vinales now down to a 0.6. The pressure's starting to build here. Okay then, here we go out the final corner. A little bit cautious there. Could have got the throttle a little bit earlier, but across the line, do we improve? 50.5, we do take it. We lost a little bit of time in the final sector, but we have taken it with a few minutes left to go in this session. I'm kind of on the limit now though in terms of what I can do. 0.5 is what I said I could do. There's maybe a 0.4, but not much more in it. Right then, across the line, do we improve? No, not quite. I reckon there's a 0.4 in there. Last attempt. Let's make it count. I don't think it's going to happen. I can't seem to improve. Also, my tires seem to be struggling now as well. Through the final corner. On the power then, a little bit earlier, but still not optimal. And I don't think that's going to be an improvement, to be honest. And it isn't. There we go. Luckily, I think we're still P1. So there we have it then. We do take pole position by the smallest margin of the season so far. Definitely the closest qualifying. Then Yamaha's giving me a close run for my money there. Both of them really turning up here today. And it seems like they've put some improvements onto the M1. Dovi P4, Marquez P5. And then we've got John Mir 6th with Crutchlow, Lorenzo and Rins rounding out the top 9. Top 9 covered by 0.6 of a second. And like I said, definitely the closest qualifying of the season so far. But with that being said, we're now going to jump into the race. And that's going to be a proper challenge. And fingers crossed we've got enough pace to try and convert the pole into yet another race win, but I think this could be my hardest race of the season yet. It's time for round 10 for the Czech Republic Grand Prix.
We are moving to the starting grid, while the cameras are showing us the riders concentrating before the start of the race.
Right, here we go. It is time for the Czech Republic Grand Prix, and we're going to first of all, as always, do the tyre compounds. I'm going to run a medium hard for this one. And I'm going to try and go conservative because I want to be able to push for a longer time, to be honest. I think we're going to need to be able to push all race long here today because I think we haven't got much pace in terms of... I think we're still quickest, but the margin isn't great. And if we get swallowed up by the pack on lap 1, like it has happened before, then we might be in trouble. Based off of the warm-up, Marquez is a machine around here in race pace, and Dovi is pretty quick as well. The Yamahas aren't so quick. They're much more quicker over one lap, so it's going to be an interesting race. I'm looking forward to it. With that being said, let's jump into it here and let's see how it goes. It's time for round number 10 for the Czech Republic GP.
We are set. seconds away from the start of the race. The riders are coming down to the start of the Czech Grand Prix here in Brno.
Right, here we go. Clutch pulled, first kit selected here. Let's get ready for the 5 lights at Brno. Lights out and away we go. Trying to get a good start off the line. A little bit of a bog down there. Dobby gets the whole shot in the Ducati, as you'd expect. Straight back down the inside though at turn 1. I'm going to try and respond straight away. I'm going to try and keep it nice and low. A little bit of contact there on the exit. On the power, Marquez trying to get by as well. Let's try and stay with Dobby, my championship rival, if I can. This is going to be dangerous. I'm getting hit from everywhere. Marquez with the hit. Vinales getting a tap as well. More contact. Oh my god, Marquez. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I think someone's gone down. Who's gone down there? That was crazy. Down the inside of Vinales here, but Vinales stands strong. We're going to go down the inside anyway though. And barge my way through. I've got to be aggressive here because the AI just absolutely dive from miles away. Let's try and bring it over the inside of Vinales if we can. A little bit wide. But I'm going to have to yield that one for now on Vinales, unless we can switch back underneath. On the power then, good exit through there. That's what I'm talking about. Vinales has become a bit of a contender lately in the championship on the Yamaha. The Yamaha have really improved lately. Down the inside, no way through just yet. On the power here, let's make sure we stay with Vinales. Don't want to lose places here and get swirled up into the pack. Up the hill. Being careful here on the power. Very easy to spin the rears. Let's see who's behind. And it's Marquez now P3, so he's recovered. So I wonder if it was Dobby who went down. If it is, and for the championship, that's massive. As I run wide quite badly there at the penultimate corner. I'm going to have to be patient on the throttle here. Look at that, around the outside of Crutchlow and Marquez get the job done. I'm going to go straight back down the inside of Marquez into turn 1 if I can. KTM trying to power past the Works Honda. Get it slowed down. Block past, show Marquez the long way around. On the power, on the exit, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good defensive ride through turn 1. They're going to absolutely launch it down my inside once again though here at turn 3. Marquez down the inside. Oh no. There's more contact, multiple riders making the move. And at the minute we're down to P5 here. I'm struggling to keep up with the race pace on these tyres for now. Down the hill, can we get past Dry Mir? Late on the brakes, down the inside of the Suzuki. A little bit of contact again, but I think that seems to be the normality now, just having contact all the time because the AI race so aggressive. Down the inside of the Suzuki again. This time we do get it done. Good move. Crutchlow having a fantastic race for a change. Haven't seen much of him this season. Up in P2. Going to take a different line to the AI riders here. Getting the power, much shallower line, but we seem to be okay. Let's try and stay composed here and try and still fight for this podium. I don't think we can win today. I've got a feeling that Vinales looks too strong to me. But a podium is possible, and that'd be great considering Dobby fell off. Poor run there through that corner. We're going to have to try and make up for it through the chicane. Rins all over the back of me still. Or Mir, sorry, Dry Mir. Still looking for a way past. Let's not make a mistake into the final corner this time. There we go, that's much better. Nice and tight on the apex this time. Oh no! Crutchlow's down. Contact with Marquez. Crutchlow hits the deck. And he is down, and automatically, just like that, we are back up into a podium position into P3. Vinales with a 50.6. That is qualifying pace right there from the Yamaha. That's his fast up of the weekend, and he's doing that in race trim. Where's that come from the Yamaha? It's the 50.6. That is incredible pace from Maverick Vinales there. Can't really keep up with that at the minute. You know, I'm not going to match that lap with the harder tyres, so I need Vinales to come off the pace a bit. Let's try and keep up with Marquez if we can here. I'm struggling to keep up here as Mir re-overtakes me. I'm going to go straight back down the inside, but I'm kind of on the limit and I don't really have much more pace, and people behind me are still faster, so it's going to be a battle, I think, to hold on to this podium, I think, at this rate. Okay, that's a better lap, a 51.0, a little bit more on the pace. I managed to shake off Mir a little bit now, a bit of breathing room, so we can now start to focus on trying to find that consistent pace and start to catch Marquez a little bit if we can. Ooh, was close. Lots of wobble in there, pushing the brakes a lot through that penultimate corner. I was a bit hot. Still the better lap time, 50.8. So we started against the 150s. It should have been a fast lap of the Grand Prix, I think, if we had not made that mistake at the penultimate corner. But we're starting to find some pace here and build some momentum towards Marquez. And we're starting to hunt him down. Vinales also isn't as fast as he once was. And the top three are slowly but surely just starting to close up a little bit here as we just go over half race distance. Dovi's only P13 in this race. After that crash, he's struggling to make his recovery. And that's good for me to see. So at the minute, it's looking like we are going to retake the championship lead here in this race. Bar an absolute miracle from Dovi as we almost go down again there. I'm really pushing the limits here. And I've got to be careful. Considering where Dovi is, we need to be careful. Maybe, dare I say, to set off a P3. Even though I can kind of taste P2. Oh man, again. I'm so close, but I can keep pushing, you know. I can get close to Marquez, but every time I do, I make a mistake. It's just on the limit. It really is. That was a big mistake to make. I want to get that second place back, but I don't think I can touch Marquez now. I really don't. Oh, Siren's gone down, my own teammate. Meanwhile, Dovi's now up to P11. This was a better lap. No mistakes. A nice clean lap. And 50.9, as you can see there. We've closed the gap to Marquez to 6/10. Another lap like that, and we should be on the back of him. As I start to put the pressure on the multiple-time world champion. The pressure beginning to build here for Marquez. As we start to hunt him down. Although my rear tyres are starting to give way. With not even 2 laps, 1.5 laps to go. It's looking very, very close. But it could happen. Just need to keep pushing at the minute. And try and stay laser focused. Right then, onto the last lap of the Grand Prix. Can we get Marquez? We just hit the grass there. That was a poor lap of 51.6. We're going to need a strong lap here to really close this gap down. And stay laser focused. Oh, got to be careful with that curb there. Almost went down. A sticky curb. Got to be careful with those. Oh, I'm not so good through here. This final couple of sectors aren't my strongest ones. Out of the chicane though, we've got a good run up the hill. We're going to get a little bit of a tow, but we are a little bit far back here. Come on. Marquez a little bit shallow there. This is going to be very, very tricky, I think. Out the final corner on the power. Vinales is going to win it though. We get a good exit, but it's not enough. And Marquez holds on. We get P3, but it's a solid podium considering where Dovi finished the race. I believe P10 or P9. So we did try, but it was a tricky race. The pace it was kind of there, but I wasn't consistent enough. It was a very long lap, therefore a lot of mistakes can be made. And Vinales was too quick. Marquez was too consistent. And we tried, but we just ultimately couldn't get close enough. But now let's look at the race results. So there we have it then, the final race results are in. Dovi done a great job to get P7, to be fair, that came out of nowhere. Crutchlow as well, who fell down P6. And in fairness, the top 3 kind of deserved it. If you look at the fastest laps, we were the only 3 riders into the 1-minute 50s, therefore it kind of makes sense. And we tried our best, but ultimately it wasn't enough. And Vinales wins here at Brno, a rare race victory for him. I think it's his first one of the season, I believe, for him and the Yamaha team, which is going to be great for them in the championships. And speaking of which, let's have a look at some other race results first of all. So Marquez second, we get third. Joan Mir, very good P4 for him. Valentino Rossi P5. And then we've got Crutchlow, Dovi, Lorenzo, and Petrucci rounding off the top 9. And then Zarco rounding out the top 10 in the works KTM. Then we've got Miller, Bagnaia, Iannone, Rins, and Espargaro once again bringing out the rear, scoring that final point. And then we've got Quartararo, Rabat, Oliveira, Nakagami, Espargaro, Siren, Morbidelli, and Abrams. So Siren didn't even come last, even though he did fall off in that race. So fair play to him. And in terms of the Riders' Championship, we are 1 point behind Dovi. Dovi with that literally last lap push to P7 from P11. Literally salvaged the lead, and he's still leading the championship by 1 point. Vinales, though, I said in the last episode, he's coming on strong, and he's now 9 points off the lead, 8 points off myself, and Marquez as well is still in the mix there, 23 points behind. So it's looking like a 4-way fight out of nowhere all of a sudden. It was looking like me versus Dovi, and now Vinales and Marquez have got themselves into contention. In terms of the constructors, though, we still lead the way. We are 9 points clear of Ducati now, thanks to myself and Zarco scoring the strong points, and we now comfortably lead there. Yamaha, though, 1 point behind Ducati, and Honda is still not out of it either, so it's looking very, very tasty there. And Yamaha be hoping that the Petronas team saw a couple of points. And in terms of the team championship, Yamaha now lead by 31 points. They're looking very comfortable there. Vignale is having a fantastic season so far, and he seems to be hitting a little bit of form at the minute. Meanwhile, we are still 16 points clear of Suzuki, so things are looking good there, but I think P4 is the maximum we can achieve, as it is only really myself scoring the major points on this Tech 3 bike. With that being said though, guys, that is going to be it for this episode of the MotoGP Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a like on the video. Also get subscribed if you are new for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content. And finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.